Good morning, guys. This is Michael, teacher turned trucker. This video is a little bit different than what I've done for in a while. Excuse me. This is more of a follow-up video to the last one I did, where I talked about planning, the finances, having a safety net, making sure you have long-term disability. The reason for this video is a couple weeks ago I started getting really sick and problems with my stomach, and I'd had problems in the past, but it always just kind of went away. And then this is Monday. Sunday, I guess it's been about 2 weeks ago. I went to the truck to head out. Had a problem with it where the load shifted, which is not fun. I had wire mesh the sheets, and so I contacted Rhodes Site Assistance through the company, and we parked the truck until the next Monday, when I went back to the shipper and had it adjusted, and I had to re-secure the load. That Sunday, I had a lot of problems with my stomach start to manifest. The pain was just horrible. And normally when I've had that happen, I go to sleep, I wake up the next day, and it's all better. I woke up Monday, and it wasn't. It wasn't as bad as it was, so I just assumed it would get there. And so I set off to Greenville, South Carolina, I believe. And woke up Tuesday, it is the same. Wednesday, same thing. That was the week of Thanksgiving, so I came back, if I'm remembering correctly. Did a drop in Tampa, came up to Jacksonville to get loaded for the following Monday, because I was going to be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. During that time, my stomach remained basically the same, and it was at a point where I knew I was going to have surgery. So I made a decision. I talked with my wife. I didn't want to have surgery on the road. So contacted the company, notified them. They took the load from me sometime. I don't know exactly when. I went in. I got into the doctor Friday. Sure enough, you have to have your gallbladder out. So any of you guys who've had that problem, you know what it can be like. So that was Friday. Managed to get through the weekend. Monday went in for the consult with the surgeon. Tuesday, seems like I had the surgery on Wednesday. So you'll have to bear with me. The days are running together a little bit. I know I had the surgery on Wednesday, so what should have been an in and out surgery, they ended up keeping me. They had some complications because of the state of my gallbladder, because of how long it had been bad, I guess. So it was quite inflamed, is what he kept saying. So I ended up staying overnight. I was there about 25, 26 hours, I guess. Got out of the hospital. I've been progressing as far as the pain goes. They gave me some medication for the pain, which I can't drive when I take, but as of yesterday, I don't have any more, and I don't need it. Tylenol and acetaminophen and ibuprofen have been wonderful. The thing I've run into, though, is the fever from the infection. And I say all this because I want to touch on one of the things I've mentioned multiple videos, is having your finances in line. The one thing I don't have staring me in the face is what happens if I am out for a longer period of time. What would I have done in this situation if my wife and I hadn't been following Dave Ramsey's baby steps and had our safety fund or emergency fund built up? Whether you're barely making ends meet, or you make $10,000 a month, whatever it is, find some way to scrounge together and have yourself a little safety net. depending on where you're at financially, will determine how much of a safety net you have. Ideally, your goal is 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Um, because my wife and I have done so, we're in a position where I just get to focus on getting better. And I am. God has been so good. I don't have any complaints about this. I tell you, from the doctor, the surgeon, to each of the nurses in the hospital, to the guy who brought the food at the hospital, everyone has just been such a blessing, and it was just an opportunity to be an encouragement to some of them, I think. Just such nice people. Rather than me having to be worried and be miserable because I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet because I'm missing 2, maybe 3 weeks of work because of all the timing and everything. Plus, I have jury duty coming up where I have to go to that. So, just want to give that little follow up. Look at your finances. Look at what is mandatory. And I don't mean I have to have my coffee. Guys, I drink as much coffee or more than most people. And when it comes down to it, there are times where I cut it out, or maybe I cut back. I could go into a video of how I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month just drinking Diet Coke before I met my wife, when I was single and I was very foolish with my finances. It's a mindset. You do a budget, you figure out what are the essentials, and you figure out how much you absolutely have to have for the essentials. And you find ways to cut that as well. Maybe instead of going to Publix, you're going to Aldi. Aldi is a fantastic way to save money. Yeah, you don't get some of the options that you do at Walmart or Publix, but you get quality food at a price that is much more reasonable. And nowadays you can even do Instacart with some of the Aldis where you pay like $1 or $2 and they'll do the shopping for you, and you'll just come out and you park and they'll put it in the back of your car. My wife did that for a long time during COVID and everything, and it's really convenient. You got to think it saves Aldi money because then they don't have to worry about having the shortage for some people who will come in and steal. They're not as worried about that. Plus, it streamlines the services a little bit, so you know it's saving them money in the long run. So maybe look at some of those things. Some other ways you can save money. Look at the things that you consume. Is there a way that you can buy generics or whatnot? Just all sorts of ways. So those are just a couple of the things that come to my mind. I mean, I switched coffee to a brand that is about half the price because I like good coffee. I don't like the really bitter stuff. So I have that option because of the financial decisions we've made as a family. We're in a good position. We're not wealthy, but we're in a good position. But we still made the decision to switch to a cheaper brand because of just finances, just trying to make good decisions. So don't mind me, my little girl just came in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this moment to stop the video. But just again, a reminder, do a budget, build up a safety or emergency fund, 3 to 6 months. Start wherever you're at. If you can't put hundreds of dollars, then put $5, put $1. You got to start somewhere because most of it is a mindset. You get the mindset right, and then the finances will get in place as long as you're willing to work. Okay? And if you have any questions, let me know. This is Michael, Teacher Turned Trucker. You guys have a great day.